With Final Destination 6 coming out next month, I thought it'd be fun to rank all 5 Final Destination movies because these movies have scarred a lot of people, especially Final Destination 2. And let's be honest, there's only fucking 3 good movies out of these 5. So without further ado, let's get into our ranking system. And coming in at number 5 is no surprise, The Final Destination. The only thing that this movie literally had going for it was the big opening scene with the NASCAR race, and this being in 3D. But other than that, I do not like this movie. It was just, this is where it starts to become way too goofy and just cheesy. I mean, yeah, the pool death scene was cool with Hudson, but other than that, I just wasn't rocking with this movie at all. I mean, I'm kind of glad they redeemed it with the 5th movie because this would have sucked ending it on the note like they wanted to. So I give Final Destination 4 a strong 4 out of 10. And coming in at number 4 is going to be Final Destination 3. This is where the series really starts to fall off. It starts to become way too cartoony. And it was still a little fun, but you can tell that they gave no fucks about this movie. The only character I really cared about was Wendy, but even then, I just had no sympathy toward these characters. It seems like every character in this movie was just kind of a piece of crap minus Wendy. I mean, yeah, the opening scene with the roller coaster was pretty cool and all that, but other than that, this movie just really holds no regards to it. And I understand that people do love this movie, and I don't blame you. It is a fun popcorn movie, but as a horror movie, as a Final Destination movie, I just really don't get the hype for it. You know, maybe on another rewatch, maybe I might understand it a little bit more. But for Final Destination 3, I give this one a strong 4.7 out of 10. And this is where we start to get really, really good. Final Destination 2, coming in at number 3. This movie, this is the first Final Destination movie I saw as a kid, and holy crap. We all know about that log truck. We all know all about it. I mean, come on, my point stands. Are you going to drive behind a log truck in the middle of the highway? I bet your ass not, just like any sensible person wouldn't. Plus, we get the return of Clear Rivers, played by Ali Larter. Now, it sucks that devonsawa wasn't able to return, and there are plenty of rumors circulating that devonsawa wanted more money for the sequel, there's filming conflicts, whatever this, whole rumor is, or was true or not. It just sucks that Alex Browning was killed off unceremoniously off screen by a falling brick. Out of all the craziest thing in this franchise that people have gone out, they made it into a falling brick after he left his house after not leaving it for 3 months. That's just crazy to me. They couldn't have him go out in an explosion or something crazy. No, a falling brick. And I actually like this cast of characters, and it's rare where in a horror sequel you get another good cast of characters that are written so well. I mean, yeah, I never cared about the news anchor lady or the drug addict Rory, but everyone else I did care about. And then the fact that they, made a 15-year-old bite the dust in broad daylight, all because of pigeons, and then the mom gets killed off really in a fucked up way. This sequel was crazy. I had a lot of fun with it. It was my first one I saw as a kid, so I'm going to give Final Destination 2 an 8 out of 10. It's a really fun sequel, and I recommend it. And now, let me just say this. My mood depends on how I'm feeling, where I have my final 2 ranked. But for today, I'm going to give my number 2 spot to the first Final Destination movies. Now, 1 and 5, I just absolutely love. Yeah, they have their problems and, cons and all that. But Final Destination 1 and Final Destination 5, I feel like are just the best ones in the franchise. I mean, come on. We get devonsawa and, of course, our glorious Tony Todd. Rest in peace, my man. I mean, for God's sakes, we have fucking Stifler in this movie. And this caused a lot of fear when it comes to flying. And this movie did come out before 9/11, which is kind of a crazy coincidence when you think about it. And a horror movie to where the main antagonist isn't a serial killer, isn't a monster, zombie, or anything. It is literally the Grim Reaper himself, something you can't fight against. No matter how many tries you try to escape, it's always going to come to you because you can never truly escape death. All you can try is just prevent the inevitable. Again, and fun fact, Tobey Maguire was actually supposed to be the role of Alex Browning, just like Kirsten Dunst was supposed to be Clear Rivers in this instead of Ali Larter. So just imagine, we could have got Kirsten and Tobey Maguire in a movie before the first Spider-Man. And there would have been so many jokes and memes about this movie. And another fun fact is that Alex Browning was supposed to die at the end of this movie. This movie was supposed to be a one-and-done movie. And another deleted scene was going to show Clear and Alex making love on the beach, all that fun stuff, yada, yada, yada. And Clear was going to give birth to their baby. And it was going to go based off a new life defeats death, and the only survivors were going to be Carter and Claire. And I'm going to be honest, I would have liked that ending. I would have loved it. It's one of those rare movies to where this can be a really good one and done movie, but money talks, and apparently the audiences just hated this ending because Alex died and not Carter. But just imagine, what if this movie was a one and done movie? Final Destination 1, I'm going to give a strong 9.9 out of 10. And coming out at number 1, Final Destination 5. What can you say about this movie? I say it's just as amazing as the first movie, especially that fucking ending twist. If you had no idea what it was before the movie, oh my god. So spoiler alert in 1, 2, 3. We find out that this movie is a prequel to the first Final Destination movie. We see the character of Sam witness the events of the plane of devonsawa's character being thrown off the plane, causing a whole ruckus in the opening scene of Final Destination 1. And the marketing behind this movie did such an amazing job just hiding that twist. I was blown away when I saw this in theaters, and I just remember everyone gasping and people yelling out, "Oh shit," like it was just a crazy theater experience. The premonition in this movie was just batshit crazy. The kills in this movie were just fucking insane as well. And of course, we get the return of Tony Todd after not seeing him in 3 and not seeing him in 4. And I'm very happy that his last role is going to be Final Destination 6. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. And just like Final Destination 2, we get another group of survivors that we actually give a shit about, besides the characters of Peter, who was a total fucking douchebag, and their, piece of shit boss, who was a complete pervert. And it's rare when we get to a horror sequel, especially in the number 5 stage, to where it's a really good sequel, because I remember a lot of people, including myself, were not hyped for this movie. I mean, yeah, sure, the premonition was cool, but it goes back to what I say. You're at a 5th sequel in a horror franchise. It could be crap, expect it. But this movie was amazing. I give this movie a strong 10 out of 10. My only gripe with this franchise is that it's just so inconsistent. Yeah, you can say 1, 2, and 5 were consistently good, when it came to the rules and stuff like that. But it just seemed like no rules were set. In the first movie, Tony Todd establishes that they just have to figure out the design and keep cheating death. And Final Destination 2, they say only new life can defeat death, a life that wasn't part of death's plan in the first place. Final Destination 3, there was really no rules set as far as I remember. Final Destination 4, they just tried to beat the design and all that fun stuff. No rules set. I don't really remember if there were rules established correctly. And then Final Destination 5, you had to take someone's life, lifespan. Like I said, it just gets confusing after 2. But other than that, it's a very solid franchise. Let me know in the comments below your ranking on the Final Destination franchise.